poverty is known for many things. Foremost of this is the sinulog. Skillfully organizing themselves, thousands of Cebuanos take pride in being part of this festivity. Evoking harmony in the midst of diversity, they all dance to the same rhythm of the sinulog. Millions show their devotion to the child image of the Santo Niño, often asking for a miracle. What compels them to petition for change in their lives?
Basin yung pamilya dyan.
Fighting poverty was what Tess Fernandez had in mind when she founded Lihok Pilipina. A livelihood and credit program was going to answer the needs of the poor women.
They paid very well, and after a while, some women who were very good payers started not attending, or sometimes the leader herself would prepare for a big meeting, do legwork, and then pagkatapos on the day itself, she wouldn't appear. And so I asked, what happened? He said, no, it's family trouble.
So it was in meetings that women listened to each other. Poverty alone was not what kept them from getting better lives.
Yung babae na nga, tumutulong na sa paghanap ng trabaho para sa kanilang husbands, ay pagdating ng husbands, ayun, binubukbuk pa rin.
Nagiinuman, nagkakantahan, pagkatapos, nagselos, yun, nagsinumbagay.
So when I started responding to the domestic violence issue, my husband reacted more violently. So you're now not only housing, urban basic services, now you are intruding into private lives. Why don't you keep off? So I said, if I keep off, that means my livelihood program is not going to succeed, because a lot of it is going to fail because of all these power relations which is not being responded to in the homes.
Family trouble, domestic violence. What's in a name? The name has a face, a multitude of faces, and one of the first to come forward is Nilda.
Dumating yung time, nagkagulo talaga kami dito sa bahay. Wild yung mister ko dahil nagtatrabaho siya ng shellcraft. Tapos maingay ang mga bata, nagalit siya. Tapos sinagot ko siya. Nung sumagot ako, nagkainitan kami. Hinabol niya ako ng ice pick. Tapos tumakbo ako. Ang takbo ko, papunta ako sa kaibigan ko. Dahil nakadaster ako, nanghiram ako ng damit, tapos tumakbo ako doon sa presinto. Nag-report ako. Pagkatapos, pumunta kami sa Lihok, Pilipinas. Dati hindi talaga ini-entertain ng mga presinto yung, family trouble yan, ganun. Hindi yan pinapansin doon. Basta kayo nagpa-blatter lang ako.
Everything has become a routine. Poverty, wife beating, apathy, insensitivity, routine.
Dahil ang office sa police noon, wala talagang special office para sa mga biktima. No? Pag nagpunta ang biktima sa office namin, nandoon ang investigator ng operations, nandoon ang investigator ng thief and robbery,
Nang doon rin ang investigator ng Vice Squad. Isa lang kami sa isang office. Kaya nga, ang biktima noon, ayaw magsabi kung magtanong ka.
When you file a case of domestic violence, of say battery in the court, the judge would normally say, pasa lang yan. Just forgive your husband. Just forget about everything. Parang gano'n. Or kaya, if a woman got raped, normally the investigator would say, that's your fault kasi nagpa-sexy-sexy ka. Parang gano'n.
Now, another rape victim after 2 days came to us. Pinadala namin sa Cebu City Medical Center. And then the person there, sabi niyang, bika ka. Gano'n, no? Open your legs. And then, of course, he was squirming there. And then, sabi niya, girip ka na? Mauwaw pa ka? And so, I got that report and I was so mad.
Change was forthcoming. Thus, the birth of Bantay Banay.
Bantay Banay was initiated by Lihok Pilipina. It was officially formed on January 31, 1992. In that meeting, we presented a study by our group that says 6 out of 10 women were being battered.
Bantay Banay is an association of women and men from communities, NGOs, and government. They provide counseling, litigation, and referral services to battered women. Bantay Banay trained some 5,000 barangay volunteers to respond to the alarming cases of violence against women. Some of these volunteers have become leaders, and with their community, evolved unique ways to avert domestic violence in their specific area. For some, like Baby, she assesses the gravity of the situation first and acts on it.
Malalaman ko lang na nag-aaway na kung may pupunta sa amin kasi alam na nila kung ano ako doon. Sasabihin ako, puntahan mo si Puan, nag-aaway sila. Doon ako sa tabi ng bahay nila, papakita lang ako, tapos ihinto na yun.
Sa ruta ko, bawat bahay na na dinadaanan ko, may napaanak ako dyan. Naging close ko yung mga tao. Dahil din sa pag-ano ko sa Lihok Pilipina, para natuloy akong abogada. Kung minsan maraming tao dito sa bahay, may mga bata na, may mga balutan na, nandyan na ang mother na battered, ganyan. Yung iba naman, instructed na namin yun. Kapag nanggulo ang mister mo, kapag inano ka, sumigaw ka talaga, sumigaw ka ng tulong, kahit anong mangyari. Sumigaw ka talaga or you run for your life. Ang importante, buhay tayo.
Tao. Unya, kumusta di itong imong kaso nga kuan dito dangop dito sa kuan?
Nasulbad na. Nagitabangan ko sa Lihok Pilipina.
Baby reflected on the seminars she attended and realized that she too was psychologically battered.
Hindi pala yung mga victims na nagpunta sa atin na may problema. Pati pala tayo may mga problema pala. Oo. Kasi may mga pagkakataon na masigawan niya ako na wala sa kanya. Hindi niya alam na iba na pala ang dating sa akin. Kung anong mga decisions ang gagawin niya sa loob ng bahay namin ay parang hindi ako kasali.
Yeah, yung iba naman, ayaw pa attendin ng mga meetings kasi parang tinuturuan daw ng grupo na to fight
with the husband.
With the husband. Parang ganun. Kasi we have to
insecure na sila.
insist our right. Alam naman kasi namin yung rights namin.
Years ago, Cora Lim had nowhere to run to when her husband would beat her out of jealousy.
Kasi I cannot even go out. Kaya nga I plan to yung mag-work in a company or government. Kaya lang ayaw ko na lang kasi yung ano niya, siloso kasi.
But Cora's longing to be of service to others became a reality only after her husband's death. Now she's a barangay counselor, a member of the area task force on waste management in the community. Baby's husband was transformed.
Iniisa-isa kong binago. Pinag-usapan na namin ngayon. Nandito naman ako. Pwede kitang tulungan. Sa ayaw mo't gusto, talagang magtutulungan tayo. Kaya sabi niya, ako proud ako talaga sa iyo. Oh, ako, bakit? Maganda ka raw kausapin, maganda ka raw magbigay ng mga advices, marunong ka daw sa mga bagay-bagay na hindi mo natutunan sa paaralan.
He even became an occasional counselor of battered women. Still, some men may take longer to change.
In one case where the women were trying to intervene in one of those violent cases, the man became violent. He was trying to back some of the women. And so they ran and tried to get hold of the man. And then they said, you know, we can help you. And so after that, we included some of the men who were interested to be part of Bantay Banay.
Okay. So pwede
We have some men who are very good volunteers also. And we are asking them to take care of the men.
I find it very difficult to convince men, no, to participate in such seminars. So what we did is we go mismo sa lugar nga I have to employ innovative means para ma-capture ko yung attention nila. So diyan may entertainment at saka educational na values, no, and then may interaction. Onse may tabo.
Interestingly, it was the men in city government who responded with policy measures such as the Anti-Domestic Violence Ordinance, the first of its kind in the country.
I authored it purposely because I wanted to address some issues and some concern of women in the city of Cebu. The ordinance actually give more importance and power to the local government unit, particularly the barangay, as the first local government unit that will respond to a case of domestic violence. So first, it defines what is domestic violence. So, nandyan sa ordinance, 3 kinds of domestic violence. The physical violence, the emotional and psychological violence, and the financial form of violence. Now, it also provides for the remedy if in case of violence can occur in the family. It also treats domestic violence as a crime. We amended the ordinance to include rehabilitation of the perpetrator and the victim.
The ordinance got the unanimous approval of the City Council.
I would like to credit that to a strong organization of our women in the city.
The puso, very Cebuano, with its grains of rice scattered before, but now held together, woven tightly. Puso, when spelled out, also means heart. There is puso and puso in this story of a city. Each has responded with heart and collaborative effort. From NGO to the grassroots level, to the barangay, up to the officials in City Hall, each grain held together by a desire to end violence against women and children. Their coordinated actions woven deftly with each other.
Malaki talaga ang difference, no? Noon at saka ngayon. Dahil sa maraming training na binigay sa Bantay Banay, no? Sa amin.
Previous to 1995, before Norma Corbo became chief of the women's desk, she had her first brush with Lihok Pilipinas' way of handling domestic violence.
Hindi kami magaling, no? I would say it frankly na those times, hindi pa kami magaling mag-interview ng biktima. I cannot accept it na turuan kami dahil NGO sila, kami sa gobyerno. So ngayon, malaki na talagang difference dahil babae ang mag-imbestigar. When the Women's and Children's Desk was created, marami na talaga mga babae nagpunta. No?
Gender responsiveness. This is a term that resonates in the walls of some hospitals, including this Women and Children Protection Center, formerly called the Pink Room, at the Vicente Soto Memorial Medical Center. The Pink Building is a one-stop center that is sensitive to a violated woman's need for privacy. A safe place where she can seek counsel, where she can get medical attention or get medical legal assistance, without the added trauma of being shuttled from one place to another. These are the fruits of years of struggle, initiated and sustained by Lihok Pilipina and supported by people they've touched along the way.
When people knew that we were responding to the issue, there were so many referrals, including City Hall. Or sometimes, Mom is the secretary of the mayor who referred. I said, so one time I said, Mayor, there seems to be a reversal of roles here. We should be referring to the city government because the city government has the money. And the mayor said, but you have the expertise and we don't have. And so, I said, why don't I just give you money?
I would dare suggest that we have the best programs here in addressing these kinds of problems. No? I asked these people, are you willing to do that? They said, yes. As long as you're willing to do that, fine, I will support it. To me, one of the functions of a chief executive is to motivate people to move and to make them move efficiently. And how do you make somebody move efficiently except to understand where his heart is headed and tell him, go ahead, you can move that way.
On March 8, 2004, the Anti-Violence Against Women and Children Bill was signed into law. The women's long struggle bore fruit, but it is just the beginning.
Implementation to me is more important than policy. Policy is only how to set it up, that's only 20%. The success of a project is mostly in its implementation.
Policy is just the beginning. Each holds a plan. Now, as ever before, they weave their efforts together. From the City Hall that approves the budget and makes the ordinance, to the Women and Family Affairs Commission.
One of the functions of the Commission is to oversee, monitor the implementation of the GAD programs in the different barangays of Cebu City. One of the strategy we had was the consultative assembly with the different women sectors. We provided technical assistance and how to access their barangay GAD budgets. So the Commission will have to base our programs on the express needs and interests of the women. So it is participatory in nature.
Gender responsiveness. It's not just ordinance, code, or policy. Everyone has to know what it means and how to live by it. The Commission, for one, trained men through the Empowerment Reaffirmation of Paternal Abilities Training, or ERPAT. More men are being drawn in the process.
We call them MGA. All barangays already have MGA, or the male gender advocate.
So no grain should spill out of the woven leaves. Everyone should be aware. There is barangay-to-barangay assistance. There is agency-to-agency coordination.
And where there is a very strong NGO existence, then there is also strong compliance and incorporation of women's voices in the GAD planning.
The Regional Development Council evaluates and further contributes to the mounting effort toward gender responsiveness in the region.
When we started, we didn't know about domestic violence. We just knew about organizing. And because we recognized that we didn't know about the issue, we asked everybody, and everybody kind of become involved in the issue. And so they were part of the evolution of Bantay Banay, and everybody kind of owned Bantay Banay.
For the special citation on gender-responsive local governance, the Cebu City program...
All these have earned the city a gantimpalang Panglingkod Pook or Galing Pook Awards, a pioneering award-giving program for outstanding practices in local governance. This program has been replicated in 65 local government units around the country.
This is what I've learned, yung empowerment natin.
Yung sa community naman, yung pagka-socially aware nila, tsaka yung na-educate namin sila kung ano talaga ang mga karapatan nila, yun ang na-feel ko na success sa aking pagiging Bantay Banay member. Oo.
Naging tough ako, yung naging matibay na ang loob ko at saka parang ano na talaga yung confidence ko sa sarili ko.
We have to respect each other, na meron din tayong kakayahan.
The battle against domestic violence echoes throughout the city, throughout the country. They who weave into each other's lives carry the voices of those who want to stop the pain, who want to initiate change, who want to stand tall with dignity and pride.